Hello everyone, Yoshi Chief here, hi. I'm usually the randomizer connoisseur, but today we're going to be doing some board game stuff. We're going to be doing some Resident Evil, the board game, heck yeah. And this is the tutorial scenario, which is the Gunshot. Now, admittedly, this is my first time doing something like this, so camera angles and lighting and stuff, it's not perfect by any means. Obviously, you know, any feedback, whether it's good or constructive, is always welcome. But I hope that, I hope that this will provide a good experience if I plan to do a campaign today. And, with the roll of the dice, in this case, quite a few evades here, actually. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, these were good. These were decent rolls. Not for for evading though, not for firing. But yeah, this is the tutorial session. So let's read out. Let's read out what it says. Each of you stands unsteadily in the mansion's main hall, trying to regain your breath after the frantic escape through the forest. As you survey these eerie surroundings and try to assess what happened, a muffled gunshot echoes from behind a set of doors to your left. You'd better...
Oh my god!
You'd better investigate. Yes, Barry. Oh my god. Right, so... here is the objective of this tutorial mission. I will try and point it out with the top cam. So, we start here. There is Barry. There is good old Barry. If you want to know Barry's stats, I have my, if you look on the camera below me, that is my inventory. Right here, look at that, look at that. But I will show off the character card in the center. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. So, Barry has an evade score of 1, which is not great. An item inventory of 6, and kerosene limit of 2. His special abilities are, Get Away From Me. If Barry is attacked and fails his evade roll, Barry can push each enemy in this square as opposed to 1. So normally, if you fail an evade roll, you get to push an enemy back 1 square. But with Barry, if you happen to have multiple enemies at once, you can push all of them back, which is very handy. And then, we have Accurate. When making an attack with the handgun, Barry treats a large evade results as damage instead. So, for those who are not aware, with the handgun, you use the blue die, which is also the defense die, in order to attack. So this symbol here is what you want to get hit, but there's only 1 of these on each side. So you have a 1 in 6 if you roll on that, but with the large evade rule from Barry, you basically have 2 in 6 or 1 in 3. You have, this is the large evade, this is the medium evade, this is the small evade, this is push, this is also push, and then there was the hit. So that's what the blue die is for. So, our objective is to get Barry from here all the way to this symbol here. That is the escape. Once I hit that, I will win. That is basically it. That's the tutorial. That's all there is to it. But of course, there are some nasty things. There's some nasty things on the way. So we better make sure we get a little bit careful. So, here's what I'm going to do first. So, the first thing in your turn is you have to do is your action phase. So, what is an action phase? You can do up to 4 actions of your choosing. whether it's movement, attacking, opening or closing a door, trading items, things like that. So, let's do the action phase first though. There's not much we can really do other than 1, 2, open the door for 3, and then make an attack against this zombie right here. So we're going to be taking a look. Let's take a look at the handgun card. Would be cool to see Resident Evil and RPG Maker as a tactical with fog of war. Yeah. That would be pretty cool, actually. So, before we make an attack, here is the handgun card. I'll tell you what this all means. So we use 1 blue dice in order to use the handgun. If you get the bullet that seems to ricochet, it's marked as push, which basically means you push the enemy back 1 square. If you get the hit symbol, you get 1 damage. And the symbol at the very bottom of the card here means rapid fire. It means if you choose to, you can use up to 3 bullets in order to use 3 handgun ammo. You can do 1, you could do 2, or you could do 3. It's up to you. It depends on how much ammunition you have. The ammo count starts at 15. So what I'm going to do is I am going to elect to attack with 2 bullets. So we put our bullets down to 13. There it is. Hopefully it focuses. It probably doesn't, but this says 13. And then we'll make a roll. And I'm just gonna show where's the camera, please. Don't worry, I haven't fudged the results. Don't you worry. So that is a push and an evade. So I have successfully pushed the monster. So we're just gonna push it this way, there. And I'll show you where I've moved it to. Moved it to round about here. So I've pushed it from here to here, and that is my go over. The most important question, is there a player counter that is a sandwich? No, sadly, Dwaggy, no. So now we are on the second part of my turn, which is the reaction phase. If you have an enemy that is on the same or linked tile as you, the enemies will react to you. So because, and what I mean by linked, you know when I opened the door earlier, that means that this tile, don't ruin it. That means this tile and this tile are now linked until the doors are closed again. So therefore this zombie gets to move 1. So let's have a look at the zombie card. Here we are. This is the zombie. God, there's the ring lights. The ring light is like right there. I'll see if I can just move this up a little bit here so it doesn't like completely. Where is it? So there are 3 numbers at the top. I'll get my thumb out the way. The first one is the threat level, which is 1. Basically, the lower the threat level, the better it is for you. If you have multiple enemies in your square, only one of them gets to attack. The one with the highest threat level will attack. So that's what the threat level's for. The second number is health. No. The second number is movement, sorry. The second number is movement, which is also 1. And the third number is health, which is also 1. So it only has 1 HP. Now, those 2 things in the middle are its 2 different attacks. The top one is always going to be the basic attack. In this case, its range is 0, which means it has to be in the same square as you in order for it to attack. And if successful, it does 1 damage. The second one is only used whenever the bottom of the tension deck has a specific symbol. There's no tension deck right now, so it doesn't use it. In which case, it has a range of 1. It deals 1 damage and has a thing that goes into your square afterwards. So this board game is also survival horror. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. Now, here it has a special ability which isn't used in the tutorial, but I might as well tell you about it anyway. It's Tough Hide. If this enemy is killed, replace it with a corpse. You don't want that, but for the tutorial, we're not doing that. So, the reason why I've shown you this is that the reaction phase is as follows. You have to follow the following flowchart, okay? Can it make an attack, first of all, on your character? If yes, do the attack. If no, you make it move instead. So, because... Going back to... you can tell I'm a professional streamer. I am so professional. Because it was here. Obviously, it couldn't attack my character, so it moves 1, and that's where it stays. So I pushed it, and then it just walked right back. That's a yikes. And now, phase 3 is draw from the tension deck. So, draw, and it is all clear, which basically is you're fine. Nothing happens. Using 3 separate webcams? Well, yeah. Diagonal movement is okay. Yeah, diagonal is adjacent. Yeah, so whenever they mention adjacent, diagonal does also take counts as an adjacent move as well. So, we have an all clear. Fear, hunger, exhaustion. All are demons threatening to drag you down. But you won't let this evening be your last. Where another might find defeat, you only know resolve. You are a member of Stars, and you have a duty to perform. So, that is that. Now we have our next go. So, you know what? We're gonna try something. Because we have the knife. Let's have a little reminder of what the knife card is. So, the knife, you use 1 blue dice. It has a range of 1. You have the push symbol, which pushes, and if it hits, it does damage. But unlike the handgun, where you can use multiple things if you choose, you can only use 1 blue dice this time. Would it be fun to have someone play as Umbrella, so to speak? There is an enemy Wesker mode. So there is that. So, here's what I'm going to do. So, for my first action, we're going to try use the knife. So, roll blue. Oh! There it is! It's a hit! It is a hit, so bleh! Normally would leave a corpse, but this is a tutorial, so we got rid of it. Bam! That is good. Zombie dead. So that was good. That was a good move. So that was my first action. Then we're gonna do 2. Move that slightly down so you can see what's happening. 3, 4. That is my go over. I can't do anything more. Reaction phase. That door is closed, so, and there's no other enemies, so no one else reacts. Tension. All clear. All appear safe, but you don't dare relax. In this haunted nightmare, the slightest lapse of concentration can lead to an untimely demise. Right, turn 3. We're going to door cast a magic missile. We're going to pick up an A item. That counts as an action. See what it is? handgun bullets. Increase this character's handgun ammunition by 8 points. So, just to show you, that's that webcam phone. Just to show you, now I have 3 items. Okay. So now I picked up handgun bullets. That's 1. So you're at 22? No, so no, not quite. Not quite. Well, technically, yes. Technically, I am at 22. But right now, my handgun ammunition is still at 13. If you try and use the bullets at this point, I'll only go up to 15 and then the rest are wasted. You don't want to waste your bullets, so I have to wait until I've expended at least 8 bullets, then use the item. And then I can reload to max. So, we're going to... so I've used 1, 2, open door for 3, you know what? For the purposes of the tutorial, we're going to do something mad. We're going to do something very, very foolish. You ready? 4. Now I know what you're thinking. What are you doing? What are you doing, Yoshi? What are you doing? You got 2 zombies right there. So, that is my go over. Reaction phase. They are now on top of me, but they do not attack. I don't normally open that door and close. No, in an actual thing, I'd open the door and then stand back, and then let them come through. But I'm doing this because I want to show a mechanic off to you. So, tension. All clear. All appear safe, but you don't dare relax. In this Haunted Nightmare, the slightest lapse of concentration can lead to an untimely demise. Right, next turn. So, if you have enemies in the same square as you, there can be some additional things that can happen. Right now, I kind of want to have a little bit of distance. You know what I mean? Bit of distance. They're a bit too close. So I want to... Here's what I want to do. I want to move back here. However, I have to roll to evade. Now, look at... Now, I'll remind you what my evade score is. If I can get it on there. It's 1. That's, doesn't bode too well for me. And if you get the push, you're Barry. Yeah, well, there you go. I am indeed Barry. So, I have 1 blue dice to evolve. Now, here's the thing. Normally, against a zombie, because it's a small model, all I need is a small evade, and I get to evade. Good. That's fantastic, right? However, because there are 2 models here, 1, 2, it actually adds to my, it adds to their evade score. So, I need to get at least a medium evade or higher in order to evade. So, I want to move back, but I need to roll to evade. That did not work. So, unfortunately, they get to attack me. Chomp. That nearly went horribly wrong. So, I got chomped. 1 damage. I'm now here, and I get to push. Barry's attacked and fails his evade roll. Barry can push each enemy in his square. So, This isn't showing the thing I want. So, I've suffered the damage, but I get to push both those zombies back. Blah. Blah. But I'm down 1 health. But I lose that action because I wanted to move, but I failed, so I lose 1 action. I only have 3 left. So, here's what I'm gonna do. 2. That's 2. And then we are gonna bust a cap in their ass. So I'm gonna target one of those zombies. We're gonna do let's see. Let's do 3. We're gonna do 3 bullets. You ready? So we're gonna declare an attack. 3 bullets. Oh my god. 2 pushes and an evade. So I don't actually kill it. But I can push it. So here's what I can do. Here's what I can do. You could be a bit clever about this. I push it towards, and then push it through here. So I've separated them. I've separated them out. Then I'm going to oh, add time soon, by the way. So 1, 2, 3. So I've got 1 more action left. I'm going to fire again at this zombie here. So wait. First of all, I used 3, down to 10. I'm going to use 3 again. So now I'm down to 7 bullets, okay? 7 bullets, 3. And it's a hit. Blah. So that zombie's down. So I got 1. I got 1, but not the other. Boom. Okay. Turn over. Reaction phase. This moves closer. Then, tension. Oh, I still have the dice there. All clear. Fatigue burns hard. Your muscles complaining as much as your frayed nerves on this long night of sustained horror. But for a moment at least, you've found respite. Pause to calm your nerves and consider your next move. The push would be effective if it became a course. Yes, Turbo, that is correct. That is correct. So, if you have a roll which has a push and a kill, resolve the push first so that you can have the corpse in an area where you would, you know, have it be a bit more safer. So yes, that is correct. You can do that. I'm just gonna have a quick pause before the ad break that's coming up. Ugh. Oh, and actually, there is one thing I forgot to put down, so I'll do that now while the ads are running. There's actually one thing I forgot to put down. Don't worry, nothing bad happened. I didn't break a rule. No rules are broken. It's just there's one thing I need to add there. And that is there's actually all here. Is there any other walls? No. So yeah, Remember, if the tile has a wall on it, you got to make sure you put the wall there. Right, as the ads are running, how are people enjoying this so far? I love it. I'm loving it. I am definitely loving this so far. It is exactly what I hope it would be. It is definitely, one of those things where, yeah, it's very good indeed. Now I need to plan out my next move. Doing well enough here. Nice, nice, nice. So far, my dice rolls have been okay. It's been okay. It's been alright. It's a nice. Yes, all good here. Right, 1 minute to go, and then we'll, gives you more time to think than a normal Resident Evil. Yeah, exactly. You do have to put a little bit of a thinking cap on for this. How about this angle? How about that angle? There you go. So you have this one that's showing, like, back a little bit. You got this one showing, like, the whole map. Okay, we're back. Okay, so we got ourselves a bit of a tight situation, but we're back on track now, I think. So, next turn. So, because I've used enough bullets for this, we're going to use an action to discard this. This is the handgun bullets. Gonna discard it, so we can refill our ammunition back to 15. It's 1. And then we are going to attack this zombie that's coming up in front of us. We're gonna use 3 bullets again. We gotta get that roll. Gotta get that roll. And it is a hit. It is a hit. Blah. That one is done. This one I really should just like try and get like the full thing there. So that one's dead. So that is action 1. Then 2, 3, and then pick this up for 4. And we get a green herb. Heal this character or another character in the same or adjacent square by 1 level. Very handy. Very, very handy. So now our inventory looks like this. We have a handgun, knife, green herb, and we are down to 4 HP.
Oh my god.
Healed. Okay, so reaction phase. There are no open doors, so there's no reaction. Tension. All clear. Soft light paints your surroundings. On any other night, in any other place, you might call the atmosphere relaxing. But not here, and not now. This is a nightmare. So chat, what should I do? Now I could go. So the exit is here. There is the exit tile. I could just gun straight for that. Or I could explore around a little bit more and see what the other items are. What do you think? What do you reckon, chat room? What should I do? Should I take the easy way out? Should I end this? Or shall I make things a little bit more interesting? And see what lies ahead. Let's take a peek boot. Okay. So, how about this? Let's go here. So, 1. Open door. 2. And then we'll take a shot. Well, so we're down to 12. Let's take 2 bullets, which will bring us down to 10. And we'll roll blue. 2 blues. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. Hit. And the push, so bleh. That's good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's over. Reactions, there are none. Tension. All clear. You can hear the trees rustle outside, swaying on the wind. The longest of their branches tickle the window panes, scratching like nails. Lightning flashes, and a long shadow stretches over the floor. Suddenly, you're not sure the sound belongs to trees after all. That zombie had no chance to react to you. Now, I know what you're thinking, chat. I know what you're thinking. Hey, Yoshi, you're just getting green tension cards all the time. What's all that about? That's by design. The vast majority of the tension deck will be green. There are some nasties in there though, so we'll see. We'll see. Next go. 1, 2 to pick up this item, eh? Handgun bullets. We all know what handgun bullets are. It's the exact same thing as before. Our inventory is now up to 4. Barry's inventory only has 6, so we're getting close to our limit. We gotta be careful. Then 3, 4. Go over. Reaction, none. Tension. All clear. You pause, ears strained for even the slightest sound. Nothing beyond your own ragged breathing. So does that mean you're safe for now? Next go. 1, 2. Gonna make sure you see. 3, 4 to open this. Okay, and that's it. Reaction phase. This door is open, so this zombie reacts. There. And tension. Fatigue burns hard. Your muscles complaining as much as your frayed nerves on this long night of sustained horror. But for a moment at least, you found respite. Pause to calm your nerve, and consider your next move. Slow methodical single-player board game is just what you need sometimes. Yeah. So here's the thing. This is 1 to 4 players, so you can do it cooperatively, but the whole game can be played as a solo game as well. It is completely up to you. So I don't know about you, but Barry is one of my is basically my favorite character. However, he can be a little bit bumbly sometimes. You can make this. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay? In the next turn, we're gonna use handgun, 1 bullet. Just the one. One. Oh! Look at that. Look at that. Just sometimes you only need one. Boom. Hell yeah. Okay. I've been getting really good at rolls. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That is it. Reaction, none. Tension. You paused. Is strained for effect. Yeah, does that mean you're safe for now? Yeah, that's one of the repeat cards. You're gonna get some repeat cards a lot. Sometimes. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. I knocked down one of the doors. Oops. I've caused an earthquake. Reaction, none. Tension. Guess what, chat? Guess what? It's not clear. Silence. Calm. Peace. Do you truly trust these things? Or are they sinister traps tempting you into lowering your guard? So. Next turn. 1. Pick up item 8. And that is green herb. We're getting pretty healthy. One thing you can do, if you so wish, doesn't look like anything meaningful through the door. Yeah, basically. That's how it is according to the campaign map. Let me actually just double check. Let me just double check that I set this correctly. Just double check. Ah, okay. So I did this correctly. However, the reason why there's nothing meaningful through the door is that here, this part, that's where a second player would start. So if you had someone playing with you, they'd start in this room here. So so they sort of branch out that way. So that's why there's nothing meaningful there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I keep knocking down that door. Reaction, none. Tension. All clear. Are the footsteps you hear at the edge of the earshot another survivor? Or do they belong to something else entirely? Regardless, one thing is clear. If you can hear them, they can hear you too. Yeah, so in scenarios, there are only 2 squares that are starting positions. The rule is, if you have multiple players, both of them have to be used, but you can have multiple players start in the same square. So if you're on a 4-player campaign, 1 and 2 can start at one, 3 and 4 can start at the other. That's how it works. Next go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reaction, none. Tension. We're gonna compete a little bit. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's something a bit more interesting. It's Vigor Mortis. I'll read the text out to you because it's quite blurry. Your enemies lunge forward unpredictably, nails clawing through the air as their teeth snap with bestial hunger. So, this is what this means, okay? Enemies on the same tile as the active character immediately perform a reaction. If there are no enemy tile on the active character's tile, draw 2 tension cards instead. And then there is a little addendum at the bottom, which isn't applicable to the tutorial, but if the danger level is on this symbol, after resolving this card, remove it from the game. So, situation is, there are no enemies on this active tile, so that means I need to draw 2 more additional tension cards. So, here's the first. All clear. Dust falls from above in a thin trail, accompanied by a thump of footsteps. They're on the hunt, looking for you. Then, number 2. Oh, that is an orange one. So a reminder, orange ones are caution, basically. Like, something could happen, you need to be a little bit careful. You might need to make a decision. Red ones are the worst ones. Red ones are like, blah, enemies come out, blah. So, here is, so this one is Fevered Assault. I'll read it out to you. Unnatural vigor possesses the undead as they hurl themselves towards you in a stumbling run. During the next player's turn, increase enemy movement values by 1. So basically, during my next turn, which is coming up right now, enemy movement values are up by 1. So, in this case, zombies will move 2 squares rather than 1. Yikes. And if it's on the teeth danger symbol, this card remains in play for 1 round. Now, for a solo campaign, 1 round doesn't mean shit, but if you are in a multiplayer game, a round is an entire round. So, 4-player game. If I had it, then this card is in effect for 2, 3, and then 4, and then back to me. When it's back to me, that's when it ends. You don't want that. So, would be cool to have someone play as Umbrella Corp and control the zombies. Maybe. Alright. I think it's time to get out of here, chat room. It's time to get out of here. So, we're going to open this door for 1. Go around for 2. Gonna point Barry at this zombie's head. Have it there. Oh, no. Camera, please. Camera, please. Need this to be more in focus. There you go. There you go. There it is. Time to loose end to butt up first. Oh my god, butt spot, please. Alright, so I've used 2 actions. Danger cards can spawn things in, yes. We're gonna use a knife. We're gonna use a knife attack. So for the 3rd action, knife, blue. Oh my god. Look at what is up with my rolls? My rolls are just so good. That is a death. Blah. And then 4. There are no enemies left, but still gonna draw a tension card. Okay. Fear, hunger, exhaustion, all are demons threatening to drag you down. But you won't let this evening be your last. When another might find defeat, you only know resolve. You are a member of Stars, and you have a duty to perform. And then that's it. Next go. Boom! Woo! We did it. We actually did it, everybody. We're going to play a particular theme for this. Where is it? There it is. Tutorial scenario win. Yes. Not that one. And there you go. We've done the tutorial, so that was good. So, a perfect win? I don't know. If you look at my other camera, I did technically do. I did take 1 damage. So I killed all the enemies, but it wasn't a no damage run. It wasn't a no damage run, sadly. There wasn't a special condition for the tutorial. I just had to get to the exit. That's all you needed to do. But that's it. So this is just a tutorial, though. Of course, you know, it's meant to be fairly simple. Not all the rules were in effect. But that is basically the game. And what I plan to do in the month of October, when I go through horror games like Silent Hill or Clock Tower, maybe, I might couple this up with doing a campaign of the board game. So there you go. I hope people have enjoyed this. If you have enjoyed this, please like, comment, unsubscribe, blah 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 blah. Follow me on Twitch, on all that sort of stuff. We'll be doing a campaign proper at some point in the future, and I am looking forward to that. Yeah. So thank you everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao.